Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the leader of BiGGNation, Big Steve. Yes, clap for him. Go ahead. Go ahead and clap. What's good, BiGGNation? It's the ex-football fan, filmmaker, and YouTube vid creating Big Steve, aka The Prestige, and welcome to an episode of the BiGGNation Address. Now, I know it's been a long time, but you know I'm lazy and all that stuff, but forget about that. So today I'm going to talk about a subject that's very near and dear to my heart, that being Christmas. And I thought, since I'm going to talk about a certain situation where a certain tutoring company almost ruined Christmas for me, I thought I'd talk with the person that had to suffer with me. Welcome my special guest, my sister Simone.
Hey, honey. Princess Simone, actually.
That was unnecessary.
Okay.
So this was what was this? I was in middle school. You were in elementary school, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what happened was pretty much we were bad at math, so we were put into a tutoring company, and we were kind of looking around for the longest time. Or let's say my dad was looking around for the longest time because I was already said I want to go to this place called SCORE. It was a very fun place. They gave you prizes for doing this and that, and some other one that everyone went to. What would you say it was?
Like Sullivan or Sullivan?
Something like that. It was a very fancy one, but of course it cost a lot more. So what my dad ended up doing is taking us to some shady spot, you know, in some unknown part of Carson called Kumon. Pretty sure you've heard of Kumon now, but back then it wasn't as big as it was now. I guess I can say that. So pretty much our experience with Kumon was it was so bad. Because first of all, they gave you these packets. It's like 25. It was like a pamphlet book, 25 to like 50 pages, 20 problems each. Like what else? What else were on them? Like the grade level.
The grade level was above what we were actually doing.
And
in school.
And you couldn't use a calculator. And you know, we didn't have no phones on them back then, so we couldn't, you know, cheat anyway if we did want to use a calculator. So, and the problems were like I think I was mostly in multiplication, so it would be like 537 times 395. Now, without no calculator, being in middle school, that's really annoying. And then doing that for 50 pages straight is can get really repetitive and tedious and all that stuff. But the reason why it almost ruined Christmas for me and my sister was because it was winter break, and it was the last day of school. And after that, we went to our Kumon tutoring session, and the devil reincarnated as this little Asian woman gave me and my sister about 20 packets and said, "Finish these before you come back." And my dad was happy for some reason. Like he liked seeing us being tortured. And I was really upset. And I didn't want to do it. I said, you know what? No. Put my foot down now. But, you know, I wasn't the Steven I am now. So, and the thing about winter break for us is every year we go to Welk Resorts in San Diego. And you know, that's how we spend our vacation. Is, you know, we bond as a family, we have fun, we laugh, we joke with each other, and now you have to slip in these packets into our family time. You know, it's like the packets are part of the family now because they're coming with us, and I didn't like that. So what ended up happening is one day, I think my parents had to go look at some rooms because they always want you to upgrade the room that you're in. And me and my sister's like, okay, if we're gonna do this, you know, let's go outside. Let's go sit on it's not a balcony, but it's like a porch. You can like look at the mountains and all that stuff, so it looks really good. And there are like ducks around in a pond. So we go outside and, you know, just start doing a couple of them. Then my sister runs inside and starts feeding the ducks. She gets some bread, starts feeding the ducks, you know. So so then I start feeding the ducks, and you know, then I go back to my packet because I'm trying to be responsible. I'm like, you know what, I got to do this. And you know, when you're a kid, when you got like this huge pack of homework, and you just look at it, you just look through it and think, there's no way I'm doing this. but for some reason I feel like I have to. But I have a feeling I'm not. So what ended up happening? Actually, why don't you tell them what you did with your packets?
Well, pretty much I ripped mine up and fed them to the ducks.
She fed paper to the ducks.
Looking back on it, I know that was a bad idea, but at the time, it was what was right.
She was so angry at the ducks for some reason that she felt she had to kill them by feeding them paper. Is that about right?
Pretty much.
Were you angry at the ducks because they were free? We were stuck doing multiplication packets?
More of the packets, but yeah, the ducks were having fun. So, I wanted to ruin their moment.
You see what I live with now. But anyway, so when our parents come back to the room, you know, we're thinking how we're going to tell our parents we're not doing these packets. And more so than that Simone had already ripped hers. And I'm not sure we ever brought it up. I think it just faded into the wind. Because we never went back. I don't think we ever told them that, hey, we're not doing these, or Simone ripped hers up. And I just think we just stopped doing it altogether. And we never went back after that for some reason.
Pretty much.
So it almost ruined Christmas for us because, you know, it's a time to be fun. And I think the thing that really made me mad, not even my teacher from middle school gave me any assignments over the winter break. My real teachers didn't give me no assignments. So what gives you the authority, or what makes you think you can give me assignments? That don't make any sense to me. And I think they gave you homework, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
it was for my grade level.
So on top of that, you had to do these Kumon packets. That really didn't help nothing, to be honest. Because when you give a child 100 multiplication problems, you know, for 25 pages, it don't really help nothing, you know. It wasn't like 10 times 12 or 9 times 8 or even, let's say, 25 times 37. Like I said, it was like 535 times 637. That don't really help nothing, in my opinion. It's all room for error. And we can use no calculator. And in retrospect, looking back on it now, that's all we use nowadays as a calculator. So I don't know why we had to made it suffer like that. But that's besides the point. But maybe Kumon got better. You know, like I said, it was fair. I think it was relatively new to us when we found out about it. It was a bad experience. But I'm not saying everyone's experience was bad with Kumon. Maybe, you know, they got their stuff together and they made everything better. Everything's cool there now. Maybe they good. But as far as I can remember, my experience with Kumon was not so jolly. You got any closing statements about Kumon?
I don't think they're appropriate.
You don't think they're appropriate?
No.
What do you mean by that?
The thoughts that I have for that company.
Oh. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the BiGGNation Address. Should have you on a lot more because we have a lot of memories from childhood. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I just want your YouTube people to know that if you want me on the show more, just request me.
I knew you were gonna do something like that.
I'm always here. I do charge, so you might have to raise some money for me to be on another show. But if you want me to say more, speak up more, then request me on the show.
I think next time we should do the Steven and Simone Spy stuff.
Of course.
From child. Why you keep talking like that?
It's a lot more money, but of course.
I'm not gonna spoil it to tell you what that actually means. I'm just gonna let you think about it. Don't think about it too much though. So, I guess that's it. And the ice just ruined my ending. Well, I'll see you guys later.